What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Lyric Latrice back again with another video. And if you already read by the title, this is simply giving some advice to my college boys and girls who are coming in as freshmen, newly freshmen. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have a lot of things that I like to get off my chest and like help another person on when it comes to college, because honestly, I wouldn't say no one really helped me with these things, but I didn't ask about them. But you live and you learn, don't you? Yeah. So first things first on my list is time management. Now, this was one of my biggest, like, I'd say challenges, because I am a big procrastinator. I would get what I need to get done, but I procrastinate with it, and that became like a habit. And you can't be like that in college, not only because you're by yourself, but also you have things to do. You're there for a reason. Like, do what you need to do, get that out the way, and then go do whatever else you want to do type stuff. But me, on the other hand, I was like doing my work and everything, but then it'd be like late, like 3 o'clock in the morning, or even hours before it's about to be due. And I didn't like that habit. Like, you can't keep that type of habit, because not only you're going to get like really used to that, and it's not going to help you in the long run. I promise you it won't. It really won't. But yeah, time management, y'all definitely gonna hear that a lot from y'all professors, because I sure did, or a lot from any other upperclassmen and stuff that decides to tell y'all what it is and what it ain't. Time management is definitely one of them. It's a lot when it comes to that. Look it up. Secondly, choosing your friend groups wisely. Now, this is not high school anymore. When it comes to choosing your friend groups in college, it's for a good reason. Like, although we have people out here like, I don't need no friends, I don't need that. Maybe I said the same thing until I met people. Once you start meeting people, because college is all about meeting connections and meeting new people, you never know who you might run into in the long run. Like, it's literally going to help you. Now, when it comes to choosing your friends, there are a lot of messy people who still got that like childish mindsets, who comes and brings that into college, which is just so annoying. But you just got to look past that and remember what you're there for, like I said. But don't be afraid to make new friends or associates, or just having certain friend groups for certain occasions. That's a better way to put it. You have to have certain friend groups for certain occasions, and then you got to have people that's going to help you do what you need to do, help you stay on track with what you need to do. Now, me, on the other hand, I had people that I already knew there, and we always was helping each other get through whatever it needs to. We was up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out stuff together. Like, that's how bad it was getting. But you really need your friends for that type of stuff, you know. But then I had my other friends who was like, let's go out, let's do this. But the way I'm saying friends is like, I had a lot of friends. I did it. It was probably like 4, 5 people, but you know how that go. Y'all gonna really enjoy it. But make sure y'all like really choose your friends wisely. I feel like this is the main thing that goes in one ear and out the other for everybody, because they just look at certain groups and be like, oh yeah, I want to hang with them and da-da-da, when really the other person that you shadowing out really gonna help you. You're in college. It's just not some like playground. You need to remember what you're there for and get that out the way. Whatever help you can get to, use that. Like, really use that. Third, do not bring your whole entire house to college. Now, I wouldn't say I brought all of my stuff, but I brought majority. And majority I did not wear. Like, all my shoes, all my clothes, I was wearing the same stuff to class. Like, honestly, same jogging pants, leggings. That's it. Who finna put on a whole outfit for one class, 2 classes a day? Like, no, not me. That was too much. If you ever get ready and put on a whole fit for class, something is seriously wrong with you. You really want to be seen that bad? No. Like I said, this is not high school. But yeah, but don't bring your whole closet and stuff. I feel like the most smarter thing to do is bring all your summer clothes. Summer over, take the, well, okay, Now I gotta put it like this, because I don't live that far from my school, so I could do that. But if you're out of state for school, I ain't gonna lie, bring all your stuff. Bring the stuff that you know you're going to wear, but do not bring everything though. Like, everything is crazy. You're not gonna wear everything. I promise you, you won't. Okay, joining clubs and going out to outside events. I feel like this is so important because you just meet a lot of connections. Like, people, you're gonna meet a lot of alumni, you're gonna meet a lot of upperclassmen, and just like even your class, like the class that you'll be graduating with, you're gonna meet a lot of people like that. And me, I was in this shell. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very laid back into myself. I would talk to the people I only know, and I hated that about myself because I didn't know how to speak up or like try to introduce myself to people. But this is where the choose your friends wisely come in at. I had friends who weren't afraid to speak up and, like, you know, just be all friendly, you know, with people. And I would be there and they would introduce me, and I would figure out, like, find people myself to hang with, you know. It just worked out that way. But you're really going to need a lot of connections at school. You're going to need any bit of information, however you can get it. You're going to need it. You really are. That's just how it goes, because it's all about how independent you are, how this is going to affect you type stuff. Like, I don't know. Then it's a lot of people who might got your majors and stuff too that you might meet, and they gonna help you be like, yeah girl, don't take that class, or yeah girl, I took that, so here go the answer. You know, we gotta help each other. What's that? I forgot how that saying go. Never mind. Yeah, but definitely join clubs and stuff. I'm looking forward to joining something, but I don't know yet. But I have been like attending a lot of stuff, just seeing everything, just because this is my sophomore year now. So I'm still opening up to things and like figuring out new things here and there. So yeah, that's really important to try to open. Don't try to stay in your room all day like me, but don't try to do that. Because you're in college, like, just go enjoy it, but make sure you're doing that work though. All right, what's next? Taking advantage of meal plans and watching your eating habits. Now, I know y'all heard of Freshman 15. You see, I'm skinny. I'm a little skinny, so I ain't have to worry about Freshman 15, but it is true. You do eat a lot of junk. You probably miss dinner, lunch, breakfast, everything, because I was missing it all. But you gotta try to eat, like, for real, because I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't got a class or nothing, if I know I ain't gotta go no... All right, back to what I was saying. Freshman 15 is real. You're gonna, like, your eating habit is going to, like, get thrown off a lot. Not only because, like, I want to say you're gonna start getting up at weird times. Whatever your class times is, you're gonna be getting up at that time. So that's gonna be based off when you're gonna eat. Me, on the other hand, I was not eating breakfast. I was not. I would try to warm me up a little croissant or something and hurry up and run out for class, but that didn't do nothing. I was catching myself not eating till like 7, 8 o'clock, and that would be the only thing I eat. I hated that so bad. And the rest of the day it'd be like junk food and stuff. Like, you know, you got to really pay attention to that stuff, like eating habits. But also meal plans. Like, if you're on a meal plan at school as a freshman, which you should be, it's free. Well, ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free, but it's free, you know. But I say take advantage of that, because them little meal plans gonna get you good throughout the little week. However, whatever meal plan you on, it's gonna come in handy for real. Now, my freshman first semester, I did not use my meal plans for real. Like, I was eating a lot of outside food, and I hated that when I knew I could eat the stuff that was already paid for me. And their food is not nasty. It's not. It's really not, I swear. It's just time is with it. Like, if you get it at well, for my school, it was time is with it. You had to go at a certain time and then you swipe your card or whatever. But it was decent though. You ain't got to spend too much money. Go outside, you know. Take advantage of that, y'all. Like, for real. It came in handy. This is my personal opinion, but if you need to do this, do it. I would recommend not working first semester. First semester of freshman year. I didn't work both my semesters of freshman year, and it went pretty well. Well, now I'm about to start working, but I feel like if you coming into college heavy and you need to focus on getting a whole group of things and getting classes, because this is like a whole different experience, y'all. Like, it's not no regular classes. You're taking classes based off whatever major you're doing or whatever you're there for. So take advantage of that, you know. What I was about to say, working is just like another overwhelming like step. You got to focus on trying to make sure your GPA good, then attending all your classes. What else? If you playing a sport, you're gonna be playing that sport, because I know a lot of y'all going to school for playing sports and getting them scholarships and stuff. But working is very stressful. So at least if you do work, do something within the school. Like, what is that called? It's like work study. I feel like you should do it within school, so you ain't got to travel too far, especially if you know you ain't got no car. No, don't do that. What else? Don't be afraid to talk to strangers, even if it doesn't seem like a person you conversate with. I wouldn't say I'm shy, but I do not talk to people often. I'm very weird when it comes to talking. Like, I literally choke on all my words when someone just asks me what my name is. Like, I don't know why I'm like that. But when I was like in class, I needed help so bad, and I knew with my major, none of my friends had my major or nothing. So like, I'm like, okay, I just gotta be bold and just ask for some help. So then I just started, you know, tapping on people's shoulders a little bit, like, excuse me, asking them, and they actually helped me. Like, I would exchange Snapchats. You know, you ain't gotta get nobody on number, but like Snap or anything, because college people love them some Snapchat. But you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Just conversate, ask questions. People always going to have some answer for you. If not, they're going to recommend you to something else, and that'll help you even more. Like, don't be afraid to talk to people, for real, y'all. And another thing with that, I just lost my train of thought. Never mind. All right, going to tutors when they're available. I'm so mad I did not go to my tutoring thing when it was my second semester. I hate math, y'all. I really do. Whoever loves math, kudos to you, but I hate it. I'm mad because that is probably the most important thing I could have done that would have really helped me, you know, with that specific, what is that called? I don't know, with that specific class. Tutoring will really help you, especially when you got an exam coming up. Do like a mini tutoring session, or even get on some type of, like, I don't know, I say social media group chat, because that's what I was in a lot of those group chats, and then we all discuss stuff, or do like a meeting spot, stuff like that. But it's really tutors out there that help you for free. Like, they will help you morning time, right before your classes. Like, just try to hurry up and like swipe in, swipe out type stuff. Ask your little questions and do all of that. Especially if you're really struggling and you can't drop this class no more. If you need it, it's a prereq. Go get you a tutor, bro. Like, a tutor really gonna help. What else? Try to do your homework either right then and there, or make a specific time and where you're gonna do that specific homework or studying session. And I say this because that stuff gonna catch up with you. It really is. Every time I got homework assigned, I was always trying to get it out the way, trying to hurry up and do it, you know, all that. And then there's gonna be those assignments where you thought you might have done it, and it's still gonna be up there, and it might be a glitch in the system. It's just too much that's going on. So just try to get whatever type of homework, just try to get that in, y'all. Like, don't try to slack off. I know it's hard. It really is hard trying to maintain all that work. Like, college is really what you make it. I wouldn't say it's hard, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's just what you make it. And if you know that you want to be somewhere in life, if you're really going there for something, like really going there for something, just make sure you're getting that work done. At least just make sure you're getting that out the way. Studying, I still need help when it comes to just sitting down and studying myself. But I definitely had took advantage of that though. Like I was doing it. Me and a couple of friends, we were doing that. I say studying best. Don't study in your room. Like some people can do it, but I don't think studying in your room is good at all. You get sleepy, you get too comfortable. Like no, go to the library, go to the student like center, whatever, convention center, like whatever is at your school, however they're set up. Library definitely, because it's really quiet in there. But somewhere that you know you have to be up, sitting up, doing your work, studying, getting it all out the way, because that's really going to wake you up and get you in that groove. Now, studying for midterms and exams is really, really important. Like you really need to sit down and try to get that done, because them finals, them go eat you up. It don't matter how much homework you turned in, how much stuff you aced, them gonna eat you up, because them, depending on what type of class you're taking, whatever percentage it is it's gonna bite you on the butt if you don't do good on it at all. My opinion with finals and stuff though, like with exams, I feel like it's very normal for college students to fail exams. Don't do it on every exam type stuff. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't recommend that. It's not what I'm trying to get. But failing, don't be mad at yourself, especially when you know that you tried or that stuff was just too hard. Do not be mad, because none of that stuff is easy. It's not. It's meant to be hard, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, you know. Roommates. Now, even if you're going in like with a roommate that you already know, you grew up with type stuff, I feel like communication is key with everybody. Communication. Like keep thinking of that when you dealing with any certain like situation, anything. Communication. Now, me on the other hand, I love cleanliness and peace and quiet. That's it. That's all I ask for when it comes to my roommate, everything. But if you like have to say something about any type of thing that's going on, make sure you communicate that to your roommate so things don't get out of hand, and just make sure y'all getting along right, telling each other what it is, what it's not, you know, just get comfortable type stuff. Especially if you're going in with a stranger, you don't want to just right off the back, why are you doing this, pay that up, like no, you got to go in there with some common sense and consideration. Like don't just be out of pocket ghetto and trying to act bougie and all that. No, this is a new person that you're meeting. You have to communicate with them, and you know, yeah, this is gonna be a person that you're gonna be with for 8 months. So get with it or get gone. But one thing I will say, I do not recommend people going in to like roommates with their besties, because a lot of the situations I've heard or even seen, it don't end well. Like they don't even be roommates after that, because this is the whole thing with that. You go in and be like, oh yeah, I'm going in with my bestie, we're gonna be here, da 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 da. But you have to think about, you never been with this person on an everyday basis. You're gonna be with this person every second, every hour, every minute, every day. Like this is something that's going to be new to you. Little do you know, although this is your friend, but you need space. Space is one big thing that you're going to need. Me on the other hand, I need my space. I do not care. Like I need my space. I cannot be around people for too long. But yeah, just be considerate of your roommates, their space, everything. But don't be afraid to speak up if something is just not right, not sitting well with you, or if you're not comfortable with like anybody, you know, coming into your room or anything. Just speak up on that. Majors. One thing I'd say with majors is probably picking your major wisely. Now, in my opinion, I feel like everybody should go into school undecided, unless you really know what you want to do. Like if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be some big time business, go for that major. Just go ahead right into school with it. But if you're going into all this other stuff and you know for a fact how you are, because how I am, I like to experience everything before I just sit my foot down and just be with that one thing for the rest of my life. That's just how I am. I like to just test the waters type stuff. But going in undecided is very smart to me, because look at this. you have to do prereqs before you do any of your major classes. Now, some of your advisors might assign you some of your major classes, which you will have to take. But if you go in undecided, you're still taking the same classes everyone else has to go in and take. It doesn't matter who you are. You have to take math. You have to take, what else? Communication. You got to take English, like the basic stuff that you do in regular school. You have to take that stuff. So yeah, if you don't know what you want to do not go in with no major that you don't want. And that's another thing, please do not go in with a major that you don't want, because these advisors nowadays, like, you try to change your major, they do not be doing it right then and there. Like, you literally have to beg someone to change your major. Like, we shouldn't have to deal with that. We're paying for it. Like, I don't understand that. I've been trying to change my major for a long time. My advisor just now changing my major, and it's been how many months? 8 months. Like, I don't understand that. I really don't. I had chose the wrong major. Like, that wasn't even a major I was supposed to be in at all. But yeah, just choose this, like, wisely. And you have within your first 2 years to choose a major. Like, I think it has to be before junior year or something, before, like, really get serious. But yeah, going in undecided is not wrong at all. Being overwhelmed, this is a big one. Okay, this is a big one to me, because not only you're like by yourself now, you're independent, you going in all happy, yay, I'm by myself, I don't have to be with my parent, I'm doing this and that by myself. But then once everything started hitting you so hard, you're going to get so frustrated, irritated, depressed, anything you can name. Like, it just gets so overwhelming. You're trying to deal with classes, working, probably going to the gym, probably trying to sleep. Like, you lose so much sleep over everything. And that's why I said this is where time management comes in at, because sleeping, you literally would try to do an assignment, accidentally fall asleep because you done been up all day, probably going to a party, probably doing this, doing that, like just stand up, procrastinating, and it becomes a habit that you really have to get rid of. You really do. But with that whole being overwhelmed, like, I used to have to just call my mom just to, like, breathe and just talk about everything, because I would get too much in my head of, do I really want to be in school for real, or do I really want to do what I'm doing now, type stuff. And you know, when you actually set your mind on doing something, you have to do it, especially if you're already working for it. Ain't no turning back. You literally got to keep going. And that is exactly why you have to just stay consistent with anything you put in your life, any action, anything you just work on. Like, just stay consistent with it, y'all. Like, I feel like anybody can do anything they are destined to do or put their mind to. Like, it's not hard at all to do it. That probably was my favorite topic, because, like, any college student can vouch for being overwhelmed. It was something happening every day. You could be the most perfect person in class, getting all A's, everything, but it's always other stuff. Like, you trying to manage your funds, you trying to go outside, you trying to get some rest. It's just a lot. Y'all gonna see, it's a lot, but you can do it. Scholarships. Take advantage of trying to get into scholarships, y'all. I know it's not even hard. It's just with being lazy. Apply for them scholarships, especially if they free. Like, just try to get them. You never know if you can get them or not. I know y'all be seeing scholarship videos pop up on TikTok. Don't be legit sometimes, but they be legit. You know, they'll get you somewhere. But yeah, definitely. And if you are got a full ride, you're an athlete or something, make sure you're taking care of your scholarships, or even just paying attention and focusing on school. At least get like a C average or above. That's what I say. It's the best thing to do. You don't want to be on like academic probation, or, you know, just the stuff that you can't get yourself out of. You dig yourself into a deep hole and it gets hard to dig out. And it's not that many people that can really help you get out of that hole, because they dealing with their own situations too. So yeah, be smart. Just be smart with it. If you know you really want to be in school, you already paying all this money, just keep going. Like, ain't no point in giving up, dropping out, and doing all that extra stuff. Like, keep going, unless you get rich. No, forget it. Yeah, that's that. Okay, managing funds. This is a big one, because You would go in school like, yeah, I'm not gonna spend no money. I'm not gonna touch this, touch that. No. You're gonna get hungry. You're gonna wanna go out with friends. You're gonna wanna buy some probably drinks or whatever. You're gonna wanna party, you know, buy a little stuff, buy new clothes, get your hair done. Even boys, get your hair cut. You know, this is for everybody, any and everybody. You have to learn how to manage your funds. You really do. And that's why I feel like my first year really taught me that I could manage my funds without working or anything. Like, I didn't work. And I didn't work like, it was an option because my parents was like, we don't want you to be too overwhelmed. That's why I said, like, if you really need to work, make sure you do it. Just do it, but make sure you're consistent in time management. But yeah, managing your funds is very important. You want to make sure you got all stuff put aside because you never know what could come up. And in school, you're gonna need to buy little groceries, little stuff you can snack on during the night. Cause I know me, I'm a little nighthead. I get a little munchies at night. But yeah, all that stuff is gonna add up, and you're gonna get frustrated. It's literally like paying bills, like you real life on your own. But some people got it, so. But it ain't even about having it though, for real, for real. It's just about how you spending your money. Spend it wisely, spend it smart. Accountability. Now, accountability goes with management again, like having everything set straight for yourself, you know. Just make sure you don't forget why you're at school. I'm not knocking no one for like having their fun, but make sure you remember why you're there, type stuff. Because we get real big headed and forget why we're there, and then you probably just give up because you didn't put all your focus on the wrong stuff, and now at the end of the day, everything goes on you. And yes, it's your fault. It is. You can't blame nobody but yourself. So that's why I said make sure you surround yourself around people that's going to make sure you're doing what you need to do. You need somebody that's going to scream at you like, you need to get up and do that work. Get up, go to that class, join the session, get involved in here. Yeah, you need somebody in your ear like that, because I definitely had someone like that, and I was someone for that person too. But yeah, because I don't play when it comes to getting what you need to get done, you know. Get on it. But yeah, just don't forget why you're there, and just go with the flow, go with your journey, go with your gut feeling with everything you do. But I probably listed over 20 things, and what I would say about them 20 things is learn how to stay to the course. Like, it's a lot, and it's exactly why it becomes overwhelming, because you're trying to become this. You're finding yourself, honestly, because now you're off on your own. You're away from parents. You're just not with nobody. You're out there on your own, a little free bird flying. And how are you going to live up to your own expectations and standards and stuff? You just got to work and stay consistent and stay to the course, like I said. I'll put that real big. Stay to the course. What's the thing? Partying. The parties be lit. They be fun. I feel like anyone who's in school, even if you're not a party head, go have fun. You deserve it. I really do think so. You don't got to be a party head. Like, I'm not a party head at all. I was definitely the friend you have to drag up out of the bed to go to a party, because I always used to be like, I don't want to go. My hair not done. I don't want to do that. I want to stay in my room. I was always like that. But you never know who you might meet. You never know what might happen. Some, like, real happy might happen, you know. But yeah, getting outside and just partying for one little time, it won't hurt. Just don't make that a priority, though. Don't forget why you're in school. Like I said, like, that stuff can really take a toll on you just because you're partying, you meet the wrong people, they pressure you to do things. You know, just have an open mindset. We all grown. We all know what mistakes we do. We all know what we get ourselves into. You can't blame nothing on nobody but yourself, like I said. And lastly, getting homesick. There's nothing wrong with wanting to go home. I was going home every weekend. Yeah. yeah, you definitely get a little homesick and might want to just end everything where you're at. But don't be like that. Like I said, you might get real just overwhelmed and tired of having to do all this stuff on your own. But that's what comes with growing up and just being grown at the end of the day. And that's exactly why you might not have, I don't know who supports who around here, but you definitely need some type of support in your life when it comes to just being alone and trying to figure out what you want to do in life. But when it all comes out to being a great thing, you're gonna be so happy for yourself. You're gonna have to give yourself a pat on the back and keep going, because it's only up from there. You just gotta keep pushing. But yes, I really hope that my little advice helped everyone. Like, this is just stuff from my own experiences. But if y'all want a part 2 or anything else that I missed out on, probably, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, with everything I'm saying, y'all, just take that into consideration. Just think about it. When you're in a certain situation, be like, what did lyrics say about that? Because it's gonna help. I guarantee it is. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share my video, and be back for more.